on the sidelines there after it was over?
I just told him I was so proud of him, and the way he played tonight, the way he's played the last couple of weeks, the last month, and couldn't be happier for him. Just told him that I was proud of him. I loved him.
What was his demeanor like? I mean, throughout tonight and then afterwards. I mean,
you know, all week he's been calm. He's been confident. He's you know, he's been energetic. I mean, he's everything we knew he was, and you know, he's been that way now for 2 weeks, and it's showing on the field.
Coach, you're down 7 early, then 38 straight points. Just talk about the way you guys changed the momentum after their opening drive and just kind of carried it through.
You know, these football games, you just have to weather the storm early in the game. There's a lot of emotion going on both sides, obviously, and you know, credit Minnesota for going down, opening drive, and scoring, and then you know, to get the interception, to get a touchdown. I mean, just to kind of get ourselves back into the game. Just got to kind of settle down, and you know, once you ride that wave of emotion, it just becomes football after that. And we knew, talking even on the sideline, that we had to kind of stop their run just a little bit, and then we had to stick with the run offensively, and made plays as the game went on.
Doug, nobody knows how you feel emotionally when that game's finally over and you're going to the Super Bowl. Can you relate to everybody? I mean, the feeling that you had when you knew you were going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's kind of surreal, you know. I love coaching this football team. I love coaching those players in there. You know, it's a tremendous feeling. Quite honestly, I mean, it just really hasn't sunk in. I mean, it's you know, and the thing is about this team is, you know, all the adversity and the you know, negativity or whatever that surrounds the team. These guys don't listen to that, and I don't listen to that, and they come to work and practice hard every day, and they love being you know, around each other, and you know, and that was part of, you know, 2 years ago when I came was having that type of culture in the building where people enjoyed coming to work, and our players and coaches really enjoy that, and they love being around each other. And you know, we've got 2 weeks now to build again, and you know, obviously this is one of our goals, you know, to be the NFC, the NFC champion, and then represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. So we got our work cut out for us, and just so excited for the guys.
After Robinson's interception, did you get a sense that we're settled down at that point? Did that help the team settle down to get that pick six?
It definitely, when you can get a pick six like that, get yourself back into the game. Yeah, guys began to kind of feed off of that, feed off the crowd. What a tremendous crowd today. Fans were excited, electric. I don't think they sat down the whole game. So plays like that, the fans really got us back into the game.
That's the #1 defense, the top third down defense. How were you able to do what you did offensively?
You know, it's just execution. You know, trusting the players, putting them in great situations. You know, we talked all week about staying ahead on 1st and 2nd down. We gave ourselves a chance on 3rd down. We stayed in those 3rd and manageable situations. And, you know, Nick did a great job, eyes down the field. Protection was good. And guys made plays. I mean, bottom line, guys made plays, and that's the only way you can get the job done is to be able to, you know, throw and catch and do the things in the run game that we did. And hats off to the offensive staff, obviously Frank Reich and the game planning and you know, the guys for executing.
You got a big play on the flea flicker, and to my recollection, I can't recall any other gadget plays throughout the course of the season. Were you kind of saving that for a big playoff moment?
No, wasn't saving it. You know, listen, it's those plays. You know, you just don't like grasping at straws right out of thin air. You just don't pull them out and say, "Oh, I think I'm going to run it this week." There's got to be a reason for running a gadget play, and I just felt as I game planned this week and studied our formations and some of the things that we did, felt like we'd get an opportunity to at least attempt the play. Great execution. Protection was there. Nick did a great job of sort of stepping up and sliding right, and then what a finish, what a catch by Torrey, and right in the corner, front corner of the end zone, and it's great when they work.
When you consider the journey you took, I mean, it's not what you envisioned, obviously, but you lose player after player, you lose your running quarterback. To get to this point as a conference champion, how special is this because of the drill you took?
I think that's what it makes it more special, with these guys. And, when we started way back in OTAs, you kind of knew you might have at least a good team, could compete for the NFC East. And as the season goes, you start losing some of your top players to injury, and, you just kind of see the fight in the guys, and they keep, the resiliency in the guys. And then you lose another player a couple weeks later, and it just then obviously you lose your quarterback here at the end, and the guys just keep battling, and for us to, believe in one another and to be now in this spot, I'm just so happy for those guys, and hats off to them.
As a follow-up to that, you said all the right things, obviously, during the past few weeks, but after Carson's injury, what made you think the team could get to this point?
Just believe in the guys, have faith in the guys. I mean, it's, our season wasn't over. We still were in the driver's seat. We had to, I think, win 1 or 2 games at the end of the year to at least have home field and at least have a home bye, that first round. And I just felt confident in the players and the coaches, and that we were still a good football team, And I talk to the team all the time. It's not about one guy. One guy can make a difference for you, but it takes a whole team, to make it happen, and that's what our guys have done.
Doug, you got real big contributions from 2 backup defensive ends and a nickel corner, and it seemed to change the game. Do you think your defense's depth and ability has been kind of underappreciated outside of your building this year?
I think so. It's a great. To me, it's a great defense. One of the best, if not the top defenses in the league, and they proved it again tonight. And sometimes they don't get enough credit, but you know what? Those guys in that dressing room, they know, they understand. We know as coaches, and hats off to Jim Schwartz too for the schemes and the plays and the defenses and everything that he puts together. And but yeah, it's a great group. Probably not getting enough credit.
Regarding Nick, given your career as a quarterback, do you have a special appreciation for what it takes to do what he's done, come off the bench, kind of block out the noise and whatever labels get stuck to a quarterback and kind of get to that moment?
My hat's off to Nick, trusting in his ability, trusting in me as the head coach, and putting him in, ideal situations and play, situations to be successful on the field, and then for the guys to believe in him. Listen, he's not a rookie. He's a veteran player who's played a lot of games in this league. He started a lot of games. He had a Pro Bowl year just a couple years ago. So this is not a rookie we're talking about, and just so happy for him, and what he's been through and everything now to finally put not only himself but help this football team get to where we want to go and hopefully finish the year right.
2 more plays, 2 more.
Doug, when you got the ball at the end of the first half, I'm sure there's a lot of people who said, oh, they're just going to kneel on it. It's not your style. Why is it not your style?
We had time and timeouts, and I told myself before the game I was gonna maintain the aggressiveness in this ball game. Listen, it was you win, you keep playing. If you lose, you're going home, and I didn't want to go home and regret any decision. So we put a drive together. Frank did a great job of orchestrating a drive at that point, and he and I collaborating on that drive, and a great way to finish with 3 points, and then come out with the ball in the second half.
It seems like we always talk about your aggressiveness. Do you feel your team feed off of that? Do you feel them kind of take your persona in that matter?
I think they do. I hope they do, because I got a lot of trust in them, and I think they got trust in me that I'm gonna make the right decision. And ultimately it comes down to the players on the field. But I do believe that they feel that, and as long as I'm doing it, and I'm doing it, the decision is right by them, and I'm not putting them in a bad situation, then yeah, I think they feed on it and they start believing that.
In the locker room after the on-field celebration, what was the message to the team?
We're going to the Super Bowl. We are going to the stinking Super Bowl, and that's all we need to know. And I was just so proud of them for the season so far. We still have some unfinished business, obviously, but we're going to pack our bags and head to Minneapolis.
All right, thanks, guys. Jeffrey
Thanks.
Lurie will be coming in next.